Start your engines.
Hello, 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 and welcome to this evening's Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. You join myself, Lemony Tang, in the comment boot as always. This is the Silly Season Racing League's Round 4 from Qatar, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. So, we have a short qualifying here this evening. Had ourselves some technical issues in the lobby, so what are you about to do? I have to roll with the show as drivers start to trundle down the pit lane here. My controller is working and not working at the same time. That's not good. Plug it. Plug it back in. No, do everything else except that. So let's have a look ski here, and we'll have a look. Oh well, he's on an out lap at the moment. There we are. I'll have a look at Evo for the moment while I try and figure this out. Interesting. Alright. I'm having some technical issues over around here this evening. Let me unplug and plug it back in. Let's see what she says. Oh, still having issues. I'll be back to you as soon as I can. Let the guys trundle around in the background. E. And just like that, we are back in action with the controller. Don't know what's happened there, but I have fixed it. So we are in qualifying here for the Qatar Grand Prix. It's a sprint race as well. Originally was meant to be anyway. Let's have a look where we're at with 10 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Andy is our provisional pole sitter, with Ivor in second, the Pleasant Snake in third, the Formula 1 in fourth, and fellas, in your top 5 here, we have 14th all the way down to 20th. No lap time yet either, so there's still plenty of action to come here in the Silly Season Racing League. It's the SSRL Round 4 from Qatar, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the old description. Support the channel. So, Fellison's on an outlap at the moment. Let's have a look-ski here at a lap around this Qatar racetrack. So, through the final corner, we ride on board at the Haas driver. DRS, it's a very wide track here, but let there be no mistake, it's very challenging. It's 16 turns as we come down into turn 1. It's quite a fast flowing right-hander, almost 180 degrees, and again into a left-hander now, almost 90 degrees. So carrying the speed through sector 1, through turns 3, flat out in a modern Formula 1 car, down towards turns 4 and 5. It's almost a double apex right-hander, ever so slightly opening that steering wheel just as we go through. Into 6, we slow it all down. A good passing opportunity if you want to sneak one up the inside, but you have to be late on the brakes. Into 7, now opening up towards this S's section. 8, into a fast right-hander. 9, and then a swooping left-hander into 10, which opens up on the exit, which is turns 11. Down, up towards a triple apex right-hander, turns 12 into 13, the tightest one of the apexes, and then 14 opens up ever so slightly. Well, it's still pretty tight in fairness. Into the left-hander now, the last one of the lap. Again, another 90-degree left-hander into 16, carrying the speed and the momentum through the final corner, and towards the line we go. What kind of a lap time can Fellison improve to here? He's in 6th. And he's oh so close on 200ths off his lap time. So the tyres do not stick for 2 laps here, it would seem to be. But a fantastic effort by Fellison nonetheless. Very consistent out there. That's exactly what you're looking for race pace. So Andy on a 121.3. Chuckster 121.4 is coming through the final sector now. We'll see how he gets through the final 2 corners into 15. A little bit loose on the exit there. He's coming into the pit lane, so he's not going to worry about it so much right now. Everyone's finishing off their second run of qualifying here, coming in to get a new set of boots on for the final push. 7 minutes and odd left on the clock. Mr. Welter's out there on a fast one, it would seem as well. No, I think he's going to be coming in. How's Quincy getting on in the AlphaTauri tent? He's coming in as well. T-Brando crosses the line and improves by almost 4/10 of a second to 9th with a 122.0. Oh, so close to the 121s, but I'm sure there'll be a little bit of time out there he might be able to gain. Kovicka, one to never disappoint here, flying through the triple right-handers at the top of the circuit. Coming back towards the final corner now, through the left-hander. Pretty ham and cheesy. Through there and into the final corner now, swooping it in. Oh, a little bit wide of the exit, perhaps compromising his run towards the line. Nonetheless, can he improve on 14th? He does. Well, he doesn't improve on the grid, but he does improve by almost 4/10 himself respectively, so happy days with that one. Still plenty of time to find out there. Kusmikus, one of the only 2 drivers left without setting a lap time on an outlap. But who do we have? Andy's on an outlap here at the moment. T-Brand Vinienzo, he's invalidated. Herman the German's out there. He's 5 seconds off as well, is he? Or is he on a flyer now? Let's have a look. I think he is. He's pushing hard. Whoa, he's invalidated, but he saves it. So he's lucky to catch that tank slapper, but he keeps it pointing in the right direction. Jolly Boy is on a back out lap, but Kovicka, is he on a lap here? No. Kwan's on one though. Here the revs out of Kwan. Top of the hill here. No more ERS. He's trying to get back to the pits. 5 minutes left on the clock here. 5-minute warning for these drivers. That was a nice scratch. So, now Sebo starts his effort for pole position. He's down at 15th at the moment. Can he improve? Oh no, he's backed way out of it. There's a Ferrari flying by excuse me, of Jolly Boy John going towards the double right-handers of 4 and 5. Having to open that steering wheel ever so slightly through there. Stay with the Ferrari driver and see how he's getting on. What's up, Nalina? What's up, Sinful? Nice to have you on the stream. Let's go for the race indeed. Sinful's cheering for the Merc guys. Ftronic, Optimus, and Quincy. So, let's see how the guys get on. Out here. So, Jolly Boy, 7th on a 121.9. Fellison's on one again out there. But Andy's on one as well. Let's jump towards our provisional pole sitter, see how he's getting on. He's 3 seconds off through the final sector, so he must have made a mistake out there. And the traffic is starting to pile out of that pit lane. Fellison's on a push lap at the moment. He's made his way through that traffic. Can he improve on 9th? Caution sector 1 and 2, but just drivers keeping out of the way more than anything else. Through the top of the circuit goes Fellison. That rear looking in check just about. Through the final corner now we go. And it's all about the push towards the line. Can Fellison improve on 9th position? He's looking fast here. And he's in the 4th on a 121.6. So a fantastic effort from the Haas driver. Can anyone beat that? That is going to be the question. The Danger Dave trundles out of the pit lane. Truckster's on an outlap. Ivor is on an outlap. Pleasant Snake's on one. Mr. Wouter is still out there as well on an outlap. So this is far from over. How's Formula 1 getting on? Who is this blocking Formula 1? Who's in that Alpine? Kismakus threw himself into the wall to get himself out of the way. That was a bit weird, that one. Hey, everyone else keeping nicely out of the way there, but Formula 1 won't be too happy with that one indeed. Truckster started his lap now. Is Formula 1 still on one? Did he get away with that? I don't quite know. He seems to have backed out of it for now. No, he's still on it, using that ERS on the exit. So, can Formula 1 put himself in with a shout of provisional pole? He set the fastest lap time through sector 2. Carrying that speed and the momentum through the final sector. Look at that for commitment. Down towards the final corner now. And all it is a straight race towards the line. What can we do? Formal to the top of the timesheets on a 121.2. Now it's everyone else's job to try and beat that. Look at the speed of Truckster through the final sector here towards the line. We go on board at the Red Bull driver. Through the final corner, DRS wide open. And the line is coming up now. We've just ran out of ERS, so not quite sure what happened there. But Truckster in fourth on a 121.4. Ivor fastest through sector 2 in his own right as well. Did not invalidate. Look at that for absolute precision for the Aston Martin driver towards the line. Sorry, the final corner. On board through towards the DRS, and now the line. We can see it. And we're trying to get there, crossing the line into pole position provisionally on a 121.0. Almost a 120, but couldn't quite make it happen. Herman, the German's out of qualifying in 14th. That is not a good situation for our champion. Oh, Dave. What can Dave do through the final few corners? Top of the hill, top of the track, through the right-handers into the left. A little downshift there just to help the front end. And using all the track possible here. Towards the line comes Dave. Can he get pole position? No, he's in second. We couldn't quite get there, so there's only two more drivers. Vinny Enzo. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Energetic Sixes cross the line. Ivor takes pole position for the SSRL. Round 4 from Qatar. What an absolute cracking qualifying we have been treated to here this evening. Ivor gets pole position with a Danger Dave joining him on the front row. Formula 1 in third, Andy in fourth, Truckster fifth with Fallison in sixth, Vinny Enzo seventh with Pleasant Snake in eighth, Mr. Welter ninth, and Quincy is your top 10. Jolly Boy John in 11th with T-Bran in 12th, Quan 13th, the No Sebo 14th, Herman the German in 15th on a set of mediums there. F-Tronic 16th with Kovic Skill 17th, Kismakus 18th, Energetic 6 in 19th, and Skid Solo rounding out our grid this evening. Look how close that grid is down to 13th, all within a second of each other. Absolutely. And the qualifying's anthem to go, boy. This race is gonna be an absolute banger, as always, for the SSRL. This is the SSRL Silly Season Racing League. It's round 4 from Qatar, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. Support the channel. Introducing the Ultimate Racing Notebook, your indispensable companion for every motorsport racer. This sleek, purpose-built notebook is designed to enhance your racing experience. Take notes after every session. Make each drive count. Write down and review incidents, lap times, and your performance. This racing notebook comes equipped with dedicated time slots for personal and session bests for each race event. Now you can keep track of practice sessions, qualifying laps, and the main race with precision, allowing you to easily note down the critical moments of each session. In the notes section, you can capture every detail, whether you want to jot down driver insights, strategies, or highlight standout moments. The notes section provides you with the canvas to document the essence of each race. The racing notebook is not just a journal, it's a comprehensive tool to enhance your racing experience. Whether you're a casual fan or a dedicated motorsports aficionado, this notebook is the perfect companion to fuel your passion for racing and gain lap time and consistency. So, as we await the drivers in the garages, we'll have a look at the driver standings at the moment. So, as you can see, get that up. There we are indeed. So it is Andy leading the way on 60 points with Ivor 15 points behind on 45. Pleasant Snake in third on with 37 points. With Mr. Welter fourth on 33. And the Danger Dave is our top 5 on 25 points. Joint fifth with Formula 1. Very close there with Herman and Kovacs with 24 points and 7 and 8 respectively. D. Perez in 9th on 23. And Skid Solo in 10th on 12. That is our top 10 in the championship. F-Tronics in 11th and Chugster there in 12th. Here. Where are we off to? Jolly Boy John in 13th with Quan 14th. Teco in 15th with Thomerson in 16th. Energetic 6 in 17th. Quincy in 18th. No Sebo in 19th. T-Brown in 20th. Kismakus in 21st. Fellison 22nd. And Vinny Enzo in 23rd. So we've got some returning drivers. And we have some seasoned vets coming into it here. We'll see how the guys get on. Constructors, we have Aston Martin leading the way on 78 points with Mercedes. AMG in second on 72 with Alfa Romeo in third on 61. And the rest of the table is there. So we'll jump back towards the gameplay because the drivers are out of their out of their garages and into their cars. It's a feature race here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. The technical issues we've experienced earlier on decided to cut out the sprint. We'll bring it back to you at some stage during the year, during the season. But it's Ivor who leads the way with the Danger Dave in second, Formula 1 in third, Andy in fourth, Chugster fifth with Fellison in sixth, Vinny Enzo in seventh with Pleasant Snake in eighth, Mr. Welter ninth, and Quincy is our top 10. Jolly Boy John in 11th with T-Bran 12th, Quan in 13th with No Sebo 14th, Herman the German in 15th, F-Tronics in 16th with Kovacs 17th, Kizokus 18th, Energetic 6 in 19th, and Skid Solo our top 20. So let's have a quick look at the full replay from qualifying. Here, as you can see, we have some drivers coming out of the pit lane, but it's going to be a bit of a block job here from Kismakus, not realising he was in the way, in fairness, of a car coming up on him. And almost has an issue there. Bit of a car issue, no doubt. So, jump back to the guys here. It's a one-stop strategy, mediums to soft or hards to mediums. Let's have a look and see what the guys have gone for this evening. Mostly mediums, some hards. And there's a couple of softs out there as well. Quincy and Pleasant Snake, some drivers to keep an eye on here this evening. Opened 30th of September 2004, 19 years ago, believe it or not, is the Qatar circuit here. 5.4 kilometers, 3.3 miles, it's 16 turns. And we look forward to every moment of it. 29 laps here for the Grand Prix. As Ivor brings the grid to their starting hatches. This is the Silly Season Racing League, the SSRL. It's round 4 from Qatar, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Myself, Lemony Tang, and the contribute. As the grid forms up here for a 29-lap feature race, we await the green flag, and then we will be under starters' orders. All the drivers are lined up now. We've got Skid Solo just pulling in. Green flags are waving, and we await the lights on the gantry. We've got 3, 4, 5, and it's lights out. We are racing for the SSRL as the grid make their way towards turns 1. It's a good start from pole position The rest of the field fanning out into the braking zone of the Supin right-hander. Everyone keeping it nice so far as we get down in towards the left-hander of turn 2. It can be a bit of a bottleneck through there, but everyone seems to be doing okay. Concentrate with Mr. Welter on the mid-pack here. Up the inside, not quite able to make it, was Jolly Boy. As we separate ourselves into turn 6, look at this. Who's that? That's an Alfa Romeo spinning in front of the pack. I cannot believe it. There's carnage down at turn 6. It's an absolute disaster for a lot of the drivers. Absolute disaster for half the field there, and it looked as if it was Pleasant Snake who made the mistake and spun into the pack after correcting. And that is after spacing them out now, in fairness, but not what you want to see at the very start of the race. Nonetheless, we'll jump back towards the battle for the lead as Ivor is pulling away by almost a second now. He just cracks a second, crossing the line. It's a very late pit lane here, in fairness, late finish straight, so he's just about a second in front. Out of the slipstream comes Danger Dave on Formula 1, who takes second position from the Alpine driver, and the McLaren is into second. The rest of the field making their way through turns 1. Let's have a look at that side-by-side replay of, as we said, just an Alfa Romeo losing the rear, correcting it into the pack. It's just unfortunate, a bit of a fishtail situation. We spotted it there, and it just causes a chain reaction for the rest of them, and they couldn't get out of the way in time. And that is the situation at now. Surprisingly, no VSC at the time or anything. Jolly Boy's gone for a bit of a spin out there as well. He has indeed. Ferrari's not having a good one so far. Electric 6 has capitalised into 13th. Let's have a look at the gainers, winners and losers through that. Top 6 stay the same. In fairness, Herman's up 6 positions. Same as Energetic 6 and Skid Solo. Because Quincy, Jolly Boy, Pleasant Snake, T-Brand, the No Sebo and Kizzlekiss all caught up in that issue out there. Jolly Boy perhaps not, he just had a bit of a spin, but perhaps carrying some damage which contributed to that spin. So a fantastic battle. Energetic 6 has crashed out of the race. What's after happening? I cannot believe it. Down the straight here. He's in the middle of the track. I can't believe it. Energetic 6 has had a massive accident down the main straight. His safety car immediately deployed. The pack are going to be brought back up together. But what is after happening there to Energetic 6? He was hoping for a good one this evening to get himself some points. He was up into 13th, I believe. And just having an issue there. Absolute disaster. So what are you meant to do there? Careful not to get a speeding penalty. I think the Jolly Boy just got away with that one. So is this a bit of gamesmanship here, or what's going on with Ivor? He seems to be going extremely slow. And he's creating a crocodile behind him, which doesn't really happen if you're going the correct speed. So perhaps a bit of strategy there. The Aston Martin driver could have been slowing the pack to make sure that the drivers who decide to pit will have as many cars past them as possible. Look at this. Skid Solo Trundle's boy, Jolly Boy John, he's going to get there as well. Look at that, everyone's just coming out of pit lane. that's the story. So drivers have made the decision to pit. So Fellison's the first driver to pit on that one with his new set of hards. Herman the German in 12th on a new set of mediums. F-Tronics on a set of hards. Throwing the curveball there this evening. Quincy on mediums. Colbert to get on hards, and the rest of the guys have just pitted as well for a new medium. Whatnot. So a bit of saving grace for T-Bran and go everyone who was caught up in that first corner incident. Have a look at that one here real quick while we're under the safety car. So on lap 1, as you can see, the field are making their way down through turns 1, 2, 3, and they're up at top of 4 and 5 there, I should say, sorry. And now we're coming into turn 6, and you'll see the Alfa Romeo ever so slightly gets loose, contacted the AlphaTauri. The rest of them have contact, and more cars piling in. And unfortunately, a lot of drivers caught up, but fortunately enough, nobody succumbed to terminal damage. So we've got a Grand Prix here this evening. Simple says, let them cook indeed, let them stew in their own juices. And we're going to get the pack right back together. We're going to get one more lap of safety car here. We're going to get the pack back together, and we're going to go back to racing. It's the SSRL. It's round 4 from Qatar, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. Support the channel. So, 3-second time penalty for Kismakus. Having issues out there under the safety car. Ivor leads the way. 4-lap old medium. Stay with the strategy for the top 10 here. Everyone should theoretically still have to pit in this race. There's not enough life in them tyres. Although I like to be proved wrong. Who could prove me wrong here this evening? Fellison could prove me wrong. F-Tronic could prove me wrong. Kovaskip could prove me wrong. Let's keep an eye on these hard shot runners, and we'll see how they get on through the rest of the race. Do they need to pit again, or will they get away with it? So the field is all closed up to the back of the pack here. We await for the FIA and the stewards to give us the green light to go back to racing. Bring up the restart here is going to be brought to you by KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. Something great for your office, for your gaming room, for your hallway, for your kitchen. It's lovely. Check it out. Some great things out there. So, safety car is in at the end of this lap. Get the telemetry up for the guys here. When does Ivor decide to go? It's a long straight and a good slipstream opportunity, so could do a Botas and just wait till the very end. No, he's gone already. What do I know? Sure, he's caught Dave napping by about 0.5 of a second. Dave tries to carry the momentum through the final corner, almost runs wide, but gains some of that back. And who do we have here? Mr. Welter is lining up Truckster towards turn 1. Truckster defends to the inside a little bit. No, not quite. He has every confidence in himself to continue with that move. Jolly Boy John Doe up the inside of Skid Solo. Skid swoops it around the outside, but Jolly Boy John is there, cannot do anything about it. And he makes the maneuver stick. Now Fellison's on the hunt. So Skid Solo on his 5-lap old hards is really struggling out here. Herman up the inside of Skid Solo now. So Herman's making moves in the Alfa Romeo, trying to get up there on his medium tyres after being involved in some of that shenanigans at the start of the race, or perhaps getting away with it. We'll have to wait and see. right on the back of Jolly Boy is Fellison. We're on board with Herman, just watching the action unfold in front of us. And trying to take the maneuver up the inside we go. Through the left-hander, we're 3 wide. Oh my word, there's contact. I cannot believe it. What's after happening? Yellow flag, sector 2. And Jolly Boy and Fellison are all side by side through the top of the hill here. And wow, that is unbelievable stuff. They got away with that one, but people must have damage. There's that F-Tronics leading the way here before it all kicks off again. It's already kicking back off. Look at this. Around goes Jolly Boy. Jolly Boy is spun out of position. And down the straight we go. F-Tronics is defending. Is slipstreaming very good. Who is that? Fellison defending extremely hard down the straight. So it's all action-packed here on the restart. Brought to you by KamiKayGifts as the field make their way through turns 2 and 3. We've separated again once more into 2 gaggles of cars. And as these guys sort themselves out, we'll have a look at the side-by-side replay. And we'll get that in because that was some serious action-packed racing. As the pack still haven't sorted themselves out yet. But down on the right-hand side, we're on board with Herman trying to wait for the opportunity, wait for the mistake, and it happens there. We get a great run through the left-hander with the Haas, but the Ferrari has issues as well, and they all get bottled up on the apex. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose, sometimes. But Herman gets away with that one. Perhaps some side pod damage even in there, but he gets away for now and makes 2 positions. Win-win, I suppose, with that one. Can Herman win the Grand Prix? That's something there. Quilio, what's up, man? DRS is now enabled. As Quincy's on the back of F-Tronics. F-Tronic defends the inside, but Quincy's going to go through. He does indeed. Makes that look easy. And goes after Skid Solo now. As we look from the helicopter, the battle raging between Skid Solo, Quincy, F-Tronics, Kovicska and T-Bran. Everyone having a right ding-dong here. Yellow flag, sector 1. What's had to happen? And I think Kismakus has had an issue out there. He has, unfortunately. As Quincy's up the inside, not quite of Skid. Pleasant Snake has crashed out in a race. What's after happening? Oh, he's retired. I'm not quite sure. Yellow flag, sector 2. That's Kismakus off. What's happened? Too Pleasant. I'm not quite sure. The thing is glitching all over the shop. Look at this. F-Tronics has an issue. He's spun through the left-hander. Unfortunately for F-Tronics, he's spun out of contention. And it's a change of the lead with Ivor and Dave. What's happening here? Dave and Ivor side by side through the first sector. Dave's still there. Still got the nose in front. And now he has to relinquish it again once more to Ivor. So the DRS has brought these guys into play with each other. And it's a 3-car battle for the race lead. And Andy is there as well. As they're all holding each other up. Let's ride on board with Andy. And he's going to try and do a Herman. Let everyone have the issues in front. And he's just going to swoop on by the inside. Try and make the moves. So, the top 3 battling hard through the S's into the left-hander at 10 and 11. A little bit loose there from Formula 1. But not too bad. Perhaps them rears are starting to feel some heat. Through the right-hander, top of the hit, top of the track. Triple right-hander, and the Dave is right on the back of Ivor. As you can see, he's holding in station, waiting to get that DRS activation, which he does get now. Then we wait for the zone to activate it. Right on board at Dave and see how we get on. DRS is now wide open. You see the rear as we're up the inside of Ivor. Down towards turns 1 we go. We make the maneuver stick this time. Yes, we do. Dave takes the race lead on lap 10 of 29. Ivor is being relegated to second. Formula 1 is still there in third, and Andy is being caught now by Mr. Wouter in fifth, is it? Drugster. Not quite sure. Mr. Wouter's still a bit far behind. I could have sworn there was a Red Bull in there somewhere. Anyway, not going to worry about it. Kismakus has left the session, unfortunately, for himself. Not a good day out for the Williams driver. Hope he hasn't damaged that chassis. Andy following. Looks as if Ivor is struggling out there a little bit on his tyres. The Danger Dave is pulling away at the front of the field, but he's not going to get his second. Just as I say that, they've almost everyone had the same gap between them all. It's seesawing, it's yo-yoing here this evening. Yellow flag sector 3, that's Vinny Enzo having an issue. Mr. Wouter and Drugster fighting hard. Oh, Drugster has a little spin, a little sneaky one. He's after having it. He's going to try and rejoin the track. He's down in 8th. He's lost 2 positions at that one. Yellow flag sector 2. That is Skid Solo having a spin at turn 1. Perhaps on brand new, 10 lap old tyres. So the top 5, top 4 I should say, everyone's within that second of each other, although Dave is trying to crack it at the moment. Battle for the race lead. Tyres now for now. So, down the main straight, Dave has managed to take away that second of an advantage. Because Formula 1 had the DRS from Ivor behind. He's after gaining by like 5 tenths of a second here. Dave's just hemorrhaged almost half a second down the straight through turns 1. Unbelievable. Formula 1 has the tyre advantage here. He's got the grip. You can see Dave coming closer and closer every corner as it seems. So we'll stay with Formula 1 and see how we get on. There's a nice battle ensuing out there as well for 10th, 11th, 12th. We'll jump to that later though, because this race lead battle is starting to stretch out ever so slightly, but it is jam-packed with action. DRS strategies, pit strategies are going to be coming into play now as well soon. Let's pull up the pit stops. So Ehrman and Fellison have all made their pit stop. Ehrman's on a set of mediums, Fellison on a set of hards though. Could be lining up. Who's that? Kwan and T-Bran having it out. Here could be trying to make it go the distance. Quincy is closing up on these guys, and now Sebo is behind as well. Inside goes the no Sebo. Quincy tries to hang it around the outside, he does, but can't quite make a stick. Nearly loses it on the exit as well. Catches it and continues on. He's lucky there, and the race lead battle is once more closed within half a second of each other. Hopefully that can stay the same. We have some nice battlage out there. Mr. Wouters dropped off the pace though down to 2.7. As we are on lap 13 of 29. Dave closes in on Formula 1. He's within 3/10 here, so this is very close indeed. Ivor has dropped ever so slightly behind, but he'll get a double slipstream. And Andy will get a triple slipstream in fourth. So here we go, down towards turns 1. The Danger Dave has the DRS wide open already. And Formula 1 isn't going to be able to defend it either. Down the inside goes Dave, and look at that. Andy makes a maneuver on Ivor as well in the background. Runs a little bit wide. Do both of them, but they keep the positions into turn 2. And it's all changed once more. Andy and Ivor are very close together. Concentrating on this battle for the lead. As you can see, there's nothing that separates these drivers. It's him and Han Yi. See Son out there. Yi Yan. E. Between Dave, Formula 1, Andy and Ivor. Formula 1 now is 5/10 behind Dave through the second last corner. It's going to be status quo once again down the front straight. Into the pits comes Ivor. He pulls the trigger. He's pulling the pin here on the strategy. Can he do anything with the undercut? The Dave, Formula 1 down the front straight. Formula 1 closing, but not able to get there into the braking zone. As we continue on. The top 4 has become the top 3, but Ivor has pitted. He's still in the pits. He's just coming out now into some nice bit of free space, in fairness, in 12th. So that's going to be good for him. As Dave, Formula 1 and Andy need to figure something out here. Are they going to pit or are they going to stay out to try and prolong this period and gain more what they lose later on? So towards the final corner we go. Who's going to be in the pit lane? Dave comes into the pits as Formula 1 continues on, and so does Andy. So Dave doesn't want to give that undercut up. It could already have happened. Let's jump back to Ivor. Ivor is 7/10. He's gained 2 seconds on the cars up in front, and now he's got traffic with Quincy. Holy moly, I thought they were into each other. Quincy keeps out of the way. But with that glitching going on out there in the lobby here this evening, that looked like it was a main accident. Anyway, down the front straight we go. Dave is going to be appearing momentarily on the right-hand side. There he is there. So I don't think it's quite happened for Ivor. Dave secures the position for now. He's on colder tyres. So over the next few corners, we really do need to make headway on the McLaren up in front. But if he was leading the way, Ivor was second, so we're within a 1.1 seconds of each other. And Dave is catching traffic with Kwan and the Sebo as well. They do not have to give up this position either, because it is for a race position. Even though they're on different strategies, through the S as we go. And this is Ivor's time to capitalise here. Dave cannot get by the cars up in front. He's trying every inch way, inside, outside. He finally gets by Kwan. but we're going to get held up by Quan now. Quan sees us on the inside, he does, and gives us room. So we've lost a bit of time there now, as other drivers are starting to pit. Do we get the DRS? I'm not quite sure. Formula 1 and Andy have decided to continue on once again for another lap here. So Ivor doesn't get DRS this time around. He's pretty much 1.2 seconds behind Dave now at this stage. So the traffic giveth and the traffic taketh away. Energetic 6 says he was trying to fix some shifting issues out there, hitting the steering wheel, got him into a spin. What are you meant to do? He'll be back though next time around. Don't worry about it, buddy. It's all cool beans. That's motor racing for you. It can always get worse. Anyway, so Ivor is pulled that gap now to win in a second because Dave is behind Kovica, and we know Kovica is extremely hard to pass. So can Dave? No, Dave's wide, so we're right on the back of Dave now, and Kovic is going to be in the middle of the track through the triple right-handers as well. Does Formula 1 and Andy have something here? Herman's into the pits, Mr. Welder's there, Truckster's there, but the leaders have gone through once again. But now Ivor has the DRS on the Danger Dave up in front. Dave also has it on Kovica. That's going to be a slam dunk down the straight. But Ivor's getting a double slipstream. Look at this one. We're going down towards turns 1. Ivor slits the slot through there. Just about makes it work. Can't quite get the move done on Dave, but he is on him like a hound dog. He's sniffing at his rear, trying to get that position. Couldn't quite make that one work. I don't know how close that one was. Let's see if we still have that on the side by side. Probably not. Yes, we do indeed. Look at this slipstream battle through there, and look at Ivor getting through that gap. It's just the Formula 1 cars with that gap was, and he made it. He made it through there. Excuse me, bit of a frog in my throat as always. So Formula 1 and Andy have decided to pit now on lap 18 of 29. Are they going to set on a set of hards here? Let's stay with them. Let's see what... Dave gets a penalty. That's going to be detrimental to the rest of his race. It is a set of softs for the guys here. So that's going to be big news for Ivor and Dave. They're going to have a bit of a gulp with that one. Ivor has made the move on Dave. So Dave's had a mistake out there, has he? As the two drivers come out of the pits, Ivor defends the inside. Dave goes around the outside. He does. And he's going to make that maneuver into turn 2. What a cracking effort from both of them. Dave gets the race lead once again. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely brilliant, but look at this. We have an absolute treat for ourselves. It's Formula 1 on a set of softs, and it's Andy on a set of softs. So let's see how this one's going to pan out. Bellison, in fairness to him, on a set of hards out there, 13 seconds. He is the legit race leader. He does not need to pit again. Can Bellison have a blinder here? Well, let's wait and see. These guys, Formula 1's on the back of Ivor like a rash here, but can't get around him. Towards the final corner, he knows he's going to have DRS. He doesn't need to worry about it now. But still, down the front straight we go. Ivor does have DRS too, but a better run from Formula 1 means he gets second position. Andy behind into fifth as well. Passes Kovica. So Mr. Welter gets the new fastest lap on a new set of softs as well. So maybe this strategy is going to work out for these guys. 12.4 seconds to Fellison, the race leader. Fellison just needs to keep it on the track. If he loses a second a lap, he'll win this Grand Prix. What about a handful of seconds left to spare? Has Fellison played a blinder? He needs to control that tyre temperature and the tyre drop off. Fellison's, sorry, the Danger Dave is under pressure now from Formula 1. He's on their brand new softs, which is where Fellison could really find himself in a spot of bother. But Formula 1 is being held up from Danger Dave into the triple right-handers, and why shouldn't he be? This is a race for position. And you know Dave is going to treat it as so. Unfortunately for Dave, though, there's a DRS zone right now, and Formula 1 pulls to the inside and takes second position. And that could prove crucial at the end of the race. If you're in second with DRS, you could very well end up winning this race by a car length if you time it correctly. So there we go. Formula 1 now is being let off his leash here on lap 21 of 29. 9 laps left to go in this Grand Prix. Or 8 laps, I'm not quite sure. 8 laps. And can Formula 1 gain over a second a lap on Fellison, your race leader? Cracking into this race. Proper strategy Grand Prix. This is the SSRL. It's the Silly Season Racing League. It's round 4 from Qatar. Brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description and support the channel. So, 9.4 seconds. Formula 1 is going to take everything he can out of these tyres. It needs to be running on the rim by the end of the race. These need to be super qualifying laps if he has any chance of getting the race win here this evening. They will start to drop off as well, but as Fellison here, let's have a look at the tyres. 17 lap old hard, so there we go. They're in the same straight as each other now. 8.4 seconds to the race leader. What would you feel like? Andy and Ivor are going hard at it once again. Andy passes Ivor. On instead of softs, he's going to go after Dave now. What must you feel if you're Fellison, knowing the driver behind is on a better set of tyres, faster through the corners, and has more grip in his car, and he's hunting you down for one of the most prestigious accolades in sim racing, the SSRL race win. Fellison versus Formula 1 here this evening. The Danger Dave doesn't seem to quite have the answer. Andy seems to be dropping off, and so does Ivor after a phenomenal battle for the race lead all race long. The pit stops has brought a bit of strategy into this, and it looks as if it's all coming to a head on the final straight of the final lap here. It's going to be an absolute cracker. So as we concentrate here with Formula 1, Fellison's in the pits. Oh, I can't believe it. Fellison's into the pit lane, so we can't get them tyres all the way. Disaster. 3 seconds for Formula 1 and Danger Dave, so Fellison had another 3 seconds in hand. He's going for the set of softs now. He's going to say goodbye to a lot of time here, but hopefully he'll be able to gain it all back. So that hands Formula 1 back the race lead. The Danger Dave in second also has a 3-second time penalty. And he's 2.7 behind, so that's not going to make a difference. But Andy is now the one who needs to put the pedal to the metal. He's in third. He's about 3.5 seconds off Formula 1. He needs to pass Dave ASAP to have any chance at the race win here this evening. Lap 29 sorry, 23 of 29. Fellison's past Drugster out there. So Fellison's on the march. But is it going to be a little too late? Could possibly get Mr. Welter and Herman. If he pushes like hell, he's got 7 seconds to gain on the cars up in front of him. Well, Andy was a bit wide there, but he's got the DRS. And now, can he gain on Dave? He is down towards the braking zone of turn 1. Dave doesn't battle it too hard. And Andy's into second. And he's within that 3 seconds. We got Truckster in the wall. And it's a safety car. I can't believe it. Truckster's in the wall and it's a safety car. On lap 24 of 29. What's after happening here? Unfortunate stuff for Fellison and Co. Because he would have had he would have been leading that race. Anyway, let's see. Formula 1. Does he want to have more life on his tyres? Everyone's going to stop for a set of softs now. Kovacs, F-Tronics, they're all in the pit lane already. We will have to wait and see. Chugster crashes out of the lap on 24 of 29. Let me know in the old chat what you think or know what happened to him. It's not what you want to see. A lot of effort for this evening. All to be thrown away at the last bit. But that's how it goes. It's racing. 24-hour races have been lost on the last lap as well. It can be gut-wrenching, but they'll be back next week to try it out once again. Formula 1's coming into the pit lane. It'd be rude not to at this stage. Does he have a new set of softs? Andy's in. This is where you wish you had a new set of softs from qualifying here. Maybe they do. Yes, they do indeed. 2 runs for Formula 1. Dave's in. Andy's in. Everybody's down the pit lane. And it's going to be a 3-lap shootout to the end. Well, this is a turn up for the books. We were in for a strategy race. Fellison has brought himself back to the race lead. Happy days for Fellison here in the Haas. I'm sure he almost was kicking himself there, thinking he had lost out having to pit. But he's found himself back at the top of the leaderboard with 2-lap old softs. They're still going to be very fresh. And he's going to be very hard to pass. So Jolly Boy is making his way around. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to have, it's lap 25 now. It just changed. 24. Ah! It's because the driver on. Right, so it's going to be in at the end of this lap, I would assume. Give ourselves 4 laps of racing at the end of this one. No, not yet. We're going to have one more lap of safety car here for the SSRL. It's coming to the crescendo of this race. We've had a phenomenal strategic race happening here. And now with the safety car, it's just brought them all back together again. We've had our strategy. We knew it was pretty much played out. Now we get ourselves a straight shootout for the finish. A rolling start effectively for a 3-lap race. Let's have a look at that replay. The last replay we have recorded here. So it was lap 19 of 29, just before The safety car came out there a few laps later. And it's the pass around the outside by Dave on Evo. What a cracking bit of driving between the two of them. He makes the move stick and says, "Wham bam, thank you, man. I'm going to take that position." That was for the net race lead because Fellison had pitted shortly after. But I digress. The drivers are making their way through Sector 1 into Sector 2. We're only waiting on Jolly Boy John now. He should get there as we make our way through the middle of the racetrack. And Fellison is your race leader on 3-lap old softs. Formula 1 in second with Andy in third. The Danger Dave 4th to Ivor 5th. Herman the German in 6th. Mr. Welter 7th to Kovicska in 8th. F-Tronics in 9th. And the No Sebo is your top 10. McQuan in 11th. Vincenzo 12th with Quincy 13th. Skid Solo 14th. T-Brand 15th. And Jolly Boy John rounding out our running order on lap 26 of 29. We have lost Chugster, Pleasant Snake, Kismakus and Energetic 6 to their own rhyme and reasons. The safety car is not yet being called in yet. And now we get the message. Safety car in this lap. We're going to have ourselves 3 laps of racing towards the end of this one. Fellison backs up the pack now. It's up to him when to go, but we've seen before with a DRS and a slipstream, you can pass before the line if you're second out of the last corner. So waiting for the race leader to pull the pin. Through the final corner we go. Still not yet. He's going to wait. Not give these guys any opportunity to get a slipstream. We're too wide through the pack here. It's like an IndyCar race start. We look forward to it. He's going to have to go at some stage, and he's gone now. Defends the inside immediately. And the race is back racing towards turn 1. We go. The pack sorting themselves out. Everyone seems to be okay. Can Formula 1 do anything about Fellison in the race lead? DRS mightn't be an option here. It might be on the very last lap. We'll have to wait and see as the pack make their way through towards turn 6 for the 27th time. Very close with the race leaders up in front. They're all within a tenth of each other. Let's have a look at this battle between Andy, F1, and Dave. Formula 1, and Dave will stay with Andy. He's in the mid of them all. As Dave gets up the inside, he does. Dave does, but he quickly becomes the outside for the triple right-handers. He's going for it as Dave. Contact is made. He couldn't quite keep it stuck. And Andy's got himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Jolly Boy John has as well. Look at the battle back here with Andy and Dave. So here we go. The race leaders down the front straight are battling towards the braking zone. Don't think that's going to quite happen this time around, but up the inside goes Dave. He does indeed. Makes the maneuver. And he's into third position. Lap 28 to 29. It's the penultimate lap of the race here for the SSRL, and it's well and truly kicked off for the race lead and for the podium positions. Everyone's all within a second thereabouts through the whole field. Oh, Andy lucky to save that one, I have to say. It looked as if he was taking a hard right into the barrier. Some drivers picking up some understeer late on with a brand new set of tires, so that is going to be hampering them. But it's all status quo once more for the race lead. Fellison has no time penalty here, so he is the one in the cherry seat right now. Formula 1. He's battling. He's there at 10th. He knows he needs to get on, get cracking. A spin for Vincenzo. Fortunately, deters his challenge this evening. Through the final corner we go for the second and penultimate time. The race leaders are all to the inside. Formula 1 pulls to the outside towards turns 1. Is he gonna do it? No, I think he's setting up Fellowson if he can, but no danger. Dave tries to shove the nose right in there. He knows if he can get into second, he'll be in the prime position for taking the race. Slipstream battle to the checkered flag. Can't Dave do anything about Formula 1? He can't yet. How is Fellowson? Does have enough ERS out there. And he's run extremely wide, and up the inside goes Ivor, and Herman tries to capitalise, but back up the outside goes Andy on the final lap of the race. Herman's up the inside as well. It's so close between everybody in the pack, but we'll jump back towards Dave and Formula 1, who's right on the back of Fellowson. Through the triple right-hander we go. Is there going to be shenanigans into the final corner? Let's wait and see. This is the last few corners of the SSRL. Towards the final corner we go. Fellowson's in first, Formula 1's in second, with Dave trying it on for third. Can't quite get it going. But here we are, the slipstream battle towards the finish line. It's Formula 1 who passes Fellowson with the DRS and takes the race lead. And win from Danger Dave and Fellowson. But Fellowson gets it with the time. He knew he had it. He knew he had it with the penalties. He didn't need to worry about it. Herman gets second and Ivor in third with a cracking effort. What a finish to that race. Unbelievable slipstream battle to the line. Formula 1 won it from Fellowson in second and Dave in third. But it's Fellowson who takes the race win here this evening. Herman gets second and Ivor is in third with a cracking effort all the way through the Grand Prix. The Haas driver, Fellowson, levitates himself to the top of the race here this evening. He gets the trophies. He's delighted. The celebrations are starting, and there's only one thing left. It's the champagne! Absolutely cracking stuff from Fellowson here this evening. He wins the race for Haas. It's Herman in second, and Ivor joins him on the podium. But what a finish we have had here this evening. What an absolute cracker. One for the history books. It's Fellowson who wins the Grand Prix. Herman the German in second and Ivor in third. They are your podium finishers. Mr. Welter in fourth, with Formula 1 in fifth after such a great effort. The penalties got him in the end. The Danger Dave in sixth, again penalty issues. Ftronics with a great result in seventh, Andy in eighth, and the No Sebo ninth, and Quinty your top 10. Skid Solo in 11th, with Quan 12th, Kovic Skid 13th, Jolly Boy John 14th, with T-Brand 15th, Vinny Enzo in 16th, Truckster 17th, Pleasant Snake 18th, Kismakus 19th, and Energetic 6 in 20th. But congratulations once more to Fellowson, our race winner here this evening. Let's see if we can get a few of the guys on the El Chatsky here and get it from the drivers.
Let's go.
Hello, Fellowson, congratulations on an absolute cracking race win.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Unbelievable. How was the strategy at the end? Did you know the guys had penalties, or were you just racing as hard as possible?
Well, I kept it in mind that not all of them had penalties. I think Andy got a penalty in the last lap or the lap before. So once I've seen that everybody had penalties behind me, I could take it a bit easier, and I really didn't mind if anybody overtakes me through to the line or anything like that. I got unlucky at the first safety car because the car 2 in front of me left probably like a 3-second gap at the restart. So it was quite difficult to try to get back to the rest of the guys at the front. But at the late safety car, I was really hoping that I can overtake them while they're in the pit. And then I only had like 3 laps to park the bus and take it home.
Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Congratulations once again. Herman in second. You had your own trials out there this evening with a bad qualifying and then being caught out, but you got there in the end, just with people's penalties.
Yeah, I was quite an unfortunate qualifying end because I let people pass in the triple right-hander and the game thinks, next lap is also invalid for you. You are screwed. And I only had done a banker lap on the mediums. And strategy was quite clear. And after the first safety car, I decided to switch to double medium. I didn't trust the soft at all. I had some races in Qatar. There was some while back, but I don't trust the soft. And I wouldn't have chosen them in the sprint if that had gone on today. So yeah, just happy. Had a good pace when everyone in front didn't pit, closed the gaps down, and then was right in the mix when before the last safety car came because of Traxa, and not having any penalties also helped there. And you're just gonna have to keep it on the black stuff, and it's quite nice to be on the podium again. 2 really awful races last time in Japan and Singapore, so I hope the upward trend continues for me.
Fair play to you once again. Great stuff, as always. Ivor, 3rd position. You had an eventful race out there. You were leading at one stage. You were battling everybody. How did it go for you?
It was a nice race. It was really fun, to be honest. I couldn't break the DRS, but so I had to use a lot of battery, and that kills me. Then suddenly David got me, then former Farah got me also, Andy got me. I was also running lower than 10%, but it was great fun, to be honest. And this bastard Herman got my place for 15 milliseconds.
Oh, really? It was 15
congratulations.
milliseconds.
It was very fun. To me, it was very fun, to be honest.
No worries. Fair play to you all once again. Fellison, do you have anything to say there before we wrap this one up? Congratulations once again.
Not really, just thanks everyone for the good racing. And let's do this again next week.
Well, there we have it. Thanks very much indeed, guys. This has been the SSRL, the Silly Season Racing League. It's round 4 from Qatar. Congratulations once again to Fellison, our race winner, Herman in 2nd and Ivor in 3rd. Congratulations, lads, and we'll see you next week.